home for Hickman County Sports. We are in J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium right here inside Hickman County High School. And tonight, we have got middle school action, a little bit different, but this house is packed all the same. It's a crosstown showdown. The East Hickman Middle School is here to take on the Hickman County Bulldogs, and it should be a good one. I'm Josh Copley, joined for this game alongside Hickman County High School basketball player Brody Worley. Brody, welcome.
Yes, Josh, it's a great opportunity to be here. Look forward to it. Got asked today to do it. Said I would be down, and think it's going to be a good time.
Well, Brody, we are certainly happy to have you. You know, you got a little break. You guys played Tuesday against Fairview. You got a big victory there, and you got to go to Brentwood tomorrow to take on Ravenwood. No better time to spend your time in between games than watching more basketball.
Absolutely, Josh. Don't know a ton about them. Watch some film. They're bigger, but, you know, we're a big team. We match up to them well. Looking at, they're probably going to guard us both man and zone, so been working on those in practice, preparing. If Timothy and Will can shoot like they shot at Fairview and Tyler play like he has been, I think we'll have no problems.
So we were absolutely excited for that road trip tomorrow night. WNKX will be bringing you that game. Unfortunately, it will be another audio-only stream due to restrictions, so you can catch us on the radio or through audio-only feeds on YouTube. But before we get to tomorrow night, we got a big game here tonight. And Brody, it has been amazing to watch what these two middle schools have built here in this community. I mean, it is a packed house. It was packed for the JV game a few moments ago, and that's a testament to the coaches, to the players, and to the fans, friends, and family that really care about these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, I showed up here with about 5 minutes left in the JV game, and the East already had a packed side. We had more, you know, a little bit less, but relatively packed outside. And I'm a senior now, and I don't even think we got that much hype at our high school JV. So I think closer to the boys' game and even farther into this girls' game, there'll be more and more people show up, and it's great to see.
And tonight we're going to start at the top of the hour in just over 60 seconds. It's going to be the girls. First things first, the girls of East Hickman versus the girls of Hickman County. The Hickman County girls are coached by Ron Puckett, and the Eagles are coached by Elizabeth Looney. The Eagles enter in at a 7-3 record, and we talked to Ron about what his record was. He said probably 8-5 or 9-5. So Ron, that shows what kind of coach he is. He's not worried about the past successes or victories. He cares about the right here and now, and this should be a good one tonight, Brody.
Absolutely, and anybody that knows anything about sports knows it's all about forgetting the last one, moving on to the next one.
So we are about to have our starting lineups and national anthems. We're going to step away for a moment, but we'll be right back for action. Don't go anywhere.
Who's
We just heard a wonderful rendition of our national anthem. And looking at both sides, the Hickman County Middle School student section in full force here tonight, as well as the East Hickman Middle School student section. These two schools, we know how deep the rivalry goes. It's not just high school, it's any level, Brody, and I can imagine we're going to hear a lot of noise tonight from both sides.
Definitely think it's going to be loud. I think this rivalry is instilled in the blood of the two sides of Hickman County.
Now, Brody, look at this. They've got glow sticks in the student section. The lights are off. I don't think you guys even get this kind of treatment.
No, I don't think we've ever got this much for a run out. A couple name calls and some songs, and that's about it.
The starting lineups are being introduced. So the starting five for your Hickman County Middle School Lady Bulldogs. Number 10, Adelie Webb. Number 12, Cookie Puckett. Number 21, Chloe Fuller. Number 23, Chloe Cochran. And number 42, Elizabeth Pierce. A very potent starting five for these middle school Lady Dogs. And we are about underway with tip-off. Here from J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium tonight, we have a student-led crew. Aiden Weber is on the camera. Major Qualls is our producer. And the tip-off is won by the Lady Dogs. Down the floor, it's Puckett. Pulls from deep, and she sinks it. An early three-pointer from the Dogs. East driving quickly. That's Meyer. Dishes back to Tidwell. Puckett guarding up top. Ball still hovering around that volleyball line. Now at the wing. Wants to drive into the paint, has a lane, but it's blocked by Fuller in the paint, and it's going the other way. Puckett now wants to drive again. Kicks it out to the right corner. Pump fake. Drives to the glass. No good, but she's fouled.
And that's a great selection there by Chloe Fuller. I thought she had the open three, but she threw the pump fake and got inside, got fouled, headed to the line.
And the first free throw on its way misses off to the right. I'm looking at your starting lineup for the East Hickman Lady Middle School Eagles. Number 0, Madison Zimmerman. Number 10, Delaney Hill. Number 13, Cassidy Meyer. Number 20, Yvain Tidwell. And number 22, Aubrey Lambert. And Fuller knocks down that second free throw. East on the drive. The shot goes up and won't fall. That was Tidwell on the shot. Rebounded by the Lady Dogs. Puckett at the wing, gives right corner. That's Pierce, passes underneath, goes up for the shot, does Fuller, won't find it, and rebounded by the Eagles. Up the floor in a hurry. Now pulling up, pass into the paint, overshot her target. Was looking for a Zimmerman underneath. Now Puckett drives, little floater, and it finds the bucket. Now East trying to respond in a hurry. Quick three. Almost, but not quite. No good. It's a scrap for the ball down below, and a jump is called. The possession arrow will favor the Lady Eagles. We got just over 4 minutes to play, and it has been a rapid-fire pace so far, Brody.
And Josh, I was just about to talk about that. I love how both teams push the floor in transition very hard. Gets them a...
That deep two is no good. A scrap for the ball. And that's our second jump ball in the span of 20 seconds. So these girls going at it early thus far.
Gonna look at a little bit of a press here.
And a nice defensive play.
Looks like it was a good choice.
That ball was swatted out of bounds, denied by number 10, Delaney Hill. It will stay with the Dogs, but a nice play all the same. She picks up her dribble a little bit early, finds help. It goes off the hands of Fuller. And now it's the Eagles. Long two from the corner. Won't go. Eagles got the board. A lot of contact, no call. And the Lady Dogs back in possession. Puckett looking for help. Finds Fuller. Down in the corner, Webb. Gives. Goes for a shot, won't go, a foul. And that'll result in 2 shots. Chloe Cochran to the line. And Brody, I think what makes this crowd even more impressive is that the weather outside is pretty rough. It's cold, it's rainy, it's dreary. It's about to drop below freezing, so maybe some hazardous conditions out there. But these fans still packed in here all the same, regardless of what it looks like outside.
Absolutely, and I think that just goes to show Hickman County in general will come out and support on both sides.
Chloe Cochran finds herself in the score column. She makes that second free throw, 7-0. The Dogs lead early. Oh, a nice little behind-the-back move there by Tidwell. Goes left, 3 attempted, no good. The ball's tipped. Looked like a couple of girls were vying for it. And it's going to go the way of the Dogs.
And Josh, this is just not any normal man press. This is a 2-2-1, and seeing a young girls middle school team run a 2-2-1 and get back into the zone, I really like it. I think they're going to struggle with it tonight.
Nice pass underneath, off the glass, and there's a 2. That was number 10, Adelie Webb, her first bucket. He's trying to drive in the paint, has it ripped out. That was Puckett that forced the turnover. So both sides playing very aggressive defense thus far. It's just Hickman County. They've been the ones thus far to get the shots to fall. And that's a walk called on Puckett. Turnover. Possession goes to the Eagles. And we're looking out in the crowd. We see a lot of high school students here as well, supporting their younger, some potentially future classmates. I know for you, Brody, you're going to be a senior by the time some of these guys get to the high school level. You know, you're going to graduate this year. But you got to feel like the future's in good hands just seeing what the community's doing for these guys.
Oh, absolutely. Just the young high schoolers we have right now as far as basketball, we have a great group. And just off the past 2 good seasons we've had as a high school, I can definitely see the younger, as far as the middle school, and Mr. Matthew Dotson coaching his young team. And I think you're going to see some really good basketball on both ends of the county for the next few years to come.
So after another successful defensive possession, the Lady Dogs back on the attack. Driving in is Cochran. Kicks it out. But jumping in front of the pass is Cassidy Meyer. Knocking the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Hickman, but a nice defensive play. And now we got some substitutions here. Into the game, number 3, Nova Smith, and number 14, Caden Stapler. Driving all the way off the glass. The layup falls short, and the Eagles got it. Still looking for their first points. They got a break. Down the floor, Zimmerman stops. Has the shot blocked, but I believe she lost a handle of it before she even got a shot off. But they do stay with possession in a hustle play by Nova Smith, knocking the ball out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Eagles. And Brody looked like a good break right there for East Hickman, but that rush shot down there by the forced by the Lady Dog defense. And a 3 attempted. This one falls. Number 13, Cassidy Meyer, with the Eagles' first bucket of the night. Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. East got a turnover. Puckett knocks it loose, and Pierce picks up the loose ball. But East not relenting in that aggressive defense, right there to greet Smith. trying to drive his Puckett. Picked up her dribble. A lot of motion. East calling for a walk. They don't get it, but they do get the turnover.
And Josh, both these teams are giving probably more effort on the defensive side than the offensive side, and I think it's really showing.
Another three attempted there. This one won't fall. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Lady Dog ball. Madison Zimmerman subbing out. And coming in is number 23, Emmy Blair. So East Hickman again pressing. Not making things easy for Hickman County. Picks up the dribble. Smith is trapped. And Coach Ron Puckett desperately wanting that timeout, and he's got it, a very wise timeout. So, Brody, we got 26.8 seconds to go. Hickman leads 9-3. What have you seen so far out of these two teams?
East Hickman's press has really impressed me. They're very disciplined on it, not leaving their positions where they're supposed to be, doing a good job at closing the gap and getting to those lob passes, and I think that's really causing the Bulldogs to struggle offensively. And defensively, our dogs are matching that energy, not pressing, but in the half court, switching, talking, a lot of communication, really giving both teams a hard time on the defensive end. Pretty low scoring game as of right now, 9-3. And I think if they can keep the defense up, this will be a close game.
And East has had some good looks. Just haven't gotten them to fall yet, but you got to think after a little bit they're going to start falling. There's Pierce
possibly be an over
right,
back there, Josh.
Met by a couple of Eagle defenders. Up top, it's Smith. Smith wants to go left, passes up top. That's Stapler, tries to find Pierce, but it's taken away. East on the drive. But Stapler trying to play defense, forces an errant pass into traffic. It goes out of bounds, and that'll be East Hickman ball. Or is it? No, it'll be Hickman County ball. Saw a few sets of hands in there, and it'll go the way of the Dogs. And that'll bring us to the end of our first quarter. Your score, Hickman County 9, East Hickman 3. We'll be back in a moment.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald Family. Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back to WNKX. We appreciate you joining us here tonight for this special presentation of middle school basketball. The Hickman County Lady Bulldogs taking on the East Hickman Lady Eagles right here in J.E. Cisco Memorial Gymnasium. In the first quarter, it was all Lady Dogs 9-3, but the Eagles certainly showed some promise, and I think this game is far from over. Look at the Dogs with first possession in this second quarter. Driving in, wanting to go all the way, fouled. Won't get the layup to go, but Chloe Fuller will head to the line again. And Brody, looking back to this first half that we saw, the leading scorer, out of both teams was Cookie Puckett with 5. Had that big three-pointer and the 2-point bucket as well. And I think if your last name is Puckett, you're probably going to be a good scorer.
Absolutely, Josh. I think that just runs in the family. I've been next-door neighbors to him my whole life, and I don't think there's been a single one of them that can't get a bucket when they need to.
And Fuller, with the first points of this second quarter, makes that second layup. 10-3, Dogs lead. Dribbling right, wanting to go in. But met quickly by a couple of Dogs. And the officials say it's going to go to the Eagles. East Hickman desperately needing some points here. Open man from the wing. Nice move. Long two attempted. Rattles out. It's a scrap for the ball, and a body hit the floor. We've already seen several jump balls already. I think this is going to be a very physical night for both teams. East looking for somebody, and nobody's there, and they'll get the 5-second violation.
And I think that right there just tells you all you need to know about the intensity of this game on both sides.
Hickman, a pass into double coverage, and it's taken away by East Hickman. Over to the wing. Going right, spinning through. Tidwell kicks it out. Another drive from the corner, a three, short. Again, multiple sets of hands were near the ball, but the officials say it'll be Bulldog basketball. A lot of passes here, no dribbles. They get it across the midcourt stripe. Puckett trying to dribble out. She stepped out of bounds, but I believe the official calls a foul there.
Yeah, a little bit of a push there on the sideline, Josh.
So a break there for Hickman County. Throwing it in will be Fuller. That'll be Smith up top near the logo. Goes right. Dishes to the corner. Now the wing with Fuller. Wants to drive, spins through. Looking for help, but has it knocked away and taken away. Again, it's East. Up top, Tidwell. Goes to the wing, three. Off the mark, rebounded by Puckett. The shot was attempted by Zimmerman. And do they call a jump ball there, Brody? I thought I saw the thumbs go up.
I believe so, given the fact that I think the possession arrow changed, but not sure on that one.
Either way, it'll stay Lady Dog ball. Again, East pressuring. Hickman County trapped. She lost it. Well, I believe Hickman might have touched that last. And they will say, yes, it'll be East Hickman ball.
A great call there by the official on seeing that little bit of a hand on the ball right before it went out of bounds on Hickman County.
Those glasses aren't just for show, you know. He's got eagle eye vision. Good call there. East Hickman looking inbound. Finds the open man. Going across the way to the corner. Nice snag. Now up top from three. No good. The ball is tipped and finally corralled by Stapler. Give to Smith. Down the left side, East again swarming. Some quick passes, driving all the way through. The shot goes up, well off the mark, and here comes East. Pass down the floor, led her a bit too far. Nice save, but it falls right into the hands of no. East stays with it. Top of the key, three. No good. Rebounded by Puckett. I think an underrated part of this game so far is how many rebounds Puckett has gotten in this game, and really that whole Hickman County team. East Hickman has not gotten many second chances to get points.
Absolutely. I think that goes back to your last name being Puckett statement. I think that also just runs in the blood is the rebounding.
Cookie drives, shot is denied by East Hickman. Just over 3 minutes to play in the first half. From the wing, a three, up, and it's good. Buried by number 10, Delaney Hill.
And Josh, the score doesn't really reflect it. East is struggling to hit some shots right now, but getting open looks, and I think that has a lot to do with they're passing the ball a lot more. A lot less dribble, a lot more pass. And I think the Hickman County Bulldogs are struggling to pass the ball, trying to dribble through a lot, and I think that's causing a bunch of turnovers.
So Webb there, tried to drive inside the paint, gets fouled, and will shoot two. That first free throw well off the mark. The southpaw shooter, lefty, Adelie Webb. The only point Hickman County have secured in this game has been one free throw, and Webb there goes 0 for 2. Hickman gets the board though. Put back no good, and now the Eagles looking to put something together. After that big three by Hill, looking to build on their momentum. Driving in is Meyer, nice shot, but it just falls short. And it rolls out of bounds, and that'll be Bulldog ball. Here come the Dogs. Down the floor, long pass, corralled, now to Pierce in the paint, one-on-one. The layup goes off the backboard, the bottom part of the backboard. And there was a whistle. Cookie Puckett re-entering the game, subbing in. She's entering in for Chloe Cochran. Inbounded. Stapler out of the corner. Driving. Contested shot. And she's fouled and will shoot a pair. And Brody, Chloe Fuller has been playing a fearless basketball game thus far. She has certainly been one of the few girls we've seen willing to just drive and try to enforce her will on the floor tonight.
Absolutely. I think she knows where her game is best, and that's inside. Struggling to hit some shots right now, but I love the confidence. Continue to drive in, get fouled, get to the line, get you 2 points the easy way.
Fuller misses her first free throw. Number 2 is up, and this one finds it. So Fuller has accounted the only 2 Lady Dog points in this second quarter with a couple of free throws. We had an untied shoe down there. The last thing we want is anybody tripping, falling, and hurting themselves. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. East trails by 5, 11-6. In the corner, pump fake drives, long 2. Looked like a little bit of contact, nothing called. They'll stay with East Hickman. Ball at the wing. Dribbles right, top of the key. That's Tidwell being guarded by Puckett. Floats it over. Puckett with a takeaway. Looking for help and gets it back to Fuller.
That's some great defense by Puckett right there. Cookie Puckett knowing she's got to play both sides of the ball and doing a great job about it.
Smith up top, gives right. Puckett wants to drive, but goes back beyond the arc in that right corner. Tough pass, miscommunication, but Hickman County still has it, and Pierce lost it.
And Josh, I think there was a little bit of, I guess you could say, miscommunication there. I don't think either one of the girls knew who the pass was directed to, so they were...
And a big time corner 3 for the Lady Eagles.
Didn't know whose job it was to go get it.
Number 23, Emmy Blair with a bucket. Got ourselves a 2-point ball game now. East on the attack. And the pass, I believe, got knocked away. And East on the drive again. Kicks it out. The Cookie there to meet her up top. The corner again. Again, Blair tries it, overshot her target. It'll go out of bounds. Bulldog ball. Now, Brody, I want to get your thoughts. Whenever Hickman County had the ball left side of the floor, we saw a little bit of, war for the ball, throwing some elbows. Maybe East Hickman wanted to call. The refs didn't call it. What do you think about that?
I think with how physical this game's being played so far, if you call that call as a referee, that's a little bit of a questionable call, just because of how physical the game's been so far. But as long as those elbows are low and not intended to, make sufficient contact and just protect the ball, I think good call by the referee there with the no call.
So Puckett to throw it in from the Bulldog baseline. Goes up top. Finds Webb. Webb hands off to Smith. Smith drives to the lane. Pulls up from 2. No good. Rebounded though The shot goes up, too strong, out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Dogs.
And that's a great take there by Nova Smith. I believe she's a 6th grader. Small, young, but she's doing a great job of controlling the floor as a point guard and not being afraid of the pressure.
Ball up top, it's Cochran, dribbles right. Being guarded very closely, almost a turnover there, but Puckett secures it. Puckett goes in, throws up a shot, well contested by East, but the Bulldogs stay with it. Fuller gives the corner, Puckett from 3. Off the rim, no good. Another offensive board for the Dogs, and heads up. The ball goes flying into the first row. Hopefully everybody's okay down there. Brody, sometimes that's the price of front row seats. 7.7 seconds and the Bulldogs beat the buzzer. Chloe Cochran puts it up with 0.7 seconds remaining, and that brings us to the end of our first half. And it was an exciting first half, albeit a low-scoring one. Good defense played on both sides. Points are at a premium. Your score, Lady Dogs 13, Lady Eagles 9. Still, 1 half to play. We're going to take a little break, but we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. And we welcome you back to WNKX Live here tonight. And for the first time, at least since I've been with the radio station, we are covering a middle school matchup, and they have absolutely earned it. They have been playing their hearts out, both of these schools, East Hickman and Hickman County alike. And the community has shown up and showed out for both these programs, and we're so happy for them. And it's been a competitive game here tonight. We got a little over 2 minutes to go until we resume with the second half. Your score right now, Hickman County leads, the Lady Dogs lead 13-9 over the East Hickman Lady Eagles. And Brody, I want to look at the stats here for that first half. And East Hickman, what stands out to me is that they were living and dying by the three ball.
Absolutely, I noticed that too, and I think that has a lot to do with how they're moving the ball right now. Quick in transition, getting the ball out ahead. They'll get to the lane on that a lot, but the open corners have seemed to open up a lot for them. And if they can get some to fall, I think this could get pretty interesting.
Well, and Brody, if I know Coach Ron Puckett, he's going to want to force East to take those shots. He doesn't want to give up anything easy inside. I mean, we see how these Lady Dogs crash to the ball whenever it's being driven into the paint, and that's why we see those open players beyond the arc when they get these shots off. I think that's just how Coach Puckett drew it up. Now, if you're Coach Looney on the other side for East Hickman, you're going to be aware of how Coach Puckett's coaching this game, the strategies implementing on the defensive side, and you're telling your girls, if they're giving you open looks, you have to knock them down. And they've knocked down three so far, and they've kept it close. We saw Delaney Hill knock down a three, Cassidy Meyer knocked one down, and Emmy Blair as well, knocking down threes for these Lady Eagles. And it's going to take more if they're going to want to beat Hickman County, but they're on the right track. But Brody, would you say that if East wants to win tonight, do they have to get some points in the paint?
I think they definitely will have to get some points in the paint. If they continue, and not like they're shooting bad from the three, but if you're not making them, obviously you want to keep shooting some. But pump fake, get inside, shoot the midi, or if you can get all the way in, get the two, and I think slowly start chipping away, and you can come pretty close. And I played for Coach Ron quite a bit growing up, so if I had to guess, on your comment of how he's coaching these girls, I would definitely say he's giving them a little bit of telling his girls to, leave the three until they start hitting it and make sure everybody's headed to the glass to rebound. And that's how he's always kind of coached, If they're not making, let them keep going. Just make sure you get on the glass.
Hickman County has certainly been limiting those second chance opportunities, but East has certainly gotten some shots to fall here tonight. We're about underway with the second half. East Hickman will start with the ball. In possession of Ann Tidwell, near the logo, being met by Cookie Puckett. Goes left down to the corner. Dribbling inside, back out. Tidwell from three. And she gets it to go.
And I think that right there just goes to show you how important ball movement is.
So East Hickman has 4 3-pointers from 4 different players. They have been spreading the love here so far tonight.
And growing up in middle school, a lot of teams only had 1 or 2 guys. And from watching these girls and our boys, the past couple months, they have a deep team with a lot of guys that can score. And so it's not really like a give it to one guy and let them do that. It's, just play basketball, and that's hard to beat.
So that ball tipped out of bounds by East Hickman. It's going to stay with the Lady Dogs. So 13-12 after that Tidwell three. 1-point ball game, East scratching and clawing. And a deep pass taken away. No one there to stop Lambert off the glass. That's a 2. And the Lady Eagles are out in front. After facing a pretty deep deficit, the Eagles showing no quit. We'd expect nothing less in this rivalry game.
Might have had a little bit of an over and back there, Josh, a couple times missed by the referee. And
I believe a foul is called.
I think the East Hickman fans are a little unhappy about that one.
And that's the second time now. We talked about it earlier, but the elbows that we see when trying to secure the possession, fans don't like seeing their kids, especially having elbows thrown in their kids' direction. So definitely could rub some fans the wrong way. But you got to think, if you're a player, you're trying to get possession. You're not trying to maliciously hurt anybody in doing that.
Absolutely, Josh. And I think just protecting the ball is these girls' main priority. And obviously an elbow to the nose hurts, but I don't think anybody likes seeing an elbow to the nose more
and Fuller has
than
it
a mama.
away. East.
Mama can get a little upset when her baby takes an elbow to the nose.
So East got it again. The wing, another three. Rolls out. It was a good-looking shot, but East gets the rebound, goes for the putback, won't fall, but a foul is called. So that'll send Zimmerman to the line. The first free throw is no good, attempted by Zimmerman. The second one also no good. Loose ball picked up by Smith.
Way to get out.
Puckett on a break. Defenders closing in fast.
Great job by Nova Smith there, getting the rebound and looking up and finding Cookie Puckett for the take.
So Puckett with a chance to interrupt this 5-0 run that East has been on to start the second half, and she does just that. And Puckett misses the second one short.
Great hustle by Cookie Puckett.
They get the offensive board. Long two, no good. Rebounded by the Eagles. Down the floor in a hurry, it's Tidwell. Passes underneath. The shot goes up, no good, but a foul.
And you asked me during halftime, Josh, if I thought the East Hickman girls were going to have to get some points in the paint in order to win this game. And other than their first three, I think all their points have came from inside and getting fouled. So I think that just goes to show you how the twos matter just as much as the threes.
The first free throw is no good from Hill. And Brody, something I've noticed is that free throws have been a weakness for both of these teams so far here tonight. They've had a lot of chances at the line, but not a lot of points as a result. And there's another missed free throw. East, loose ball now. Two girls vying for it on the floor. And a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go the way of the Dogs.
Absolutely, Josh. And I was thinking about it earlier. The free throws have been pretty even in my opinion. Right now the fouls are 2-2. I think they've all been shooting fouls. But I think if the girls can make some free throws on both ends, this may not be a different game, but a little bit higher scoring game.
Absolutely. It certainly has been a low scoring affair thus far. That's Cochran. Dribbles in, gives right. Oh, and Smith lost a handle on it, but gets it back. Now Puckett dribbles inside, goes up, and she's fouled and will shoot a pair. I believe some folks inside J.E. Cisco thought that was all ball. And it's close, but the call is not in our hands. The officials say there was contact, and now Puckett with a chance to give the Dogs the lead back. And she's got the first free throw.
Well, it looks like I may need to take some free throw shooting lessons from Cookie Puckett, Josh. And there's the second
one. Rattles in. And to that point, Brody, think about Tim Puckett, senior basketball player. He seems to be automatic from the free throw line. I think that's just something that Coach Ron has instilled into his kids. Practice those free throws, because those are points the defense is essentially giving you. So Cookie makes the most of them there. 16-14, Dogs lead. Wing, three, no good. Kicks high off the rim. And again, they're scrapping for it. And again, a jump ball, but this time it'll be Eagle possession. How many jump balls has that been, Brody, in this game alone?
5 or 6. The young kids may say 6 or 7.
Goodness gracious. Three-point attempted, falls short. Rebounded by the Dogs. Fighting out of there is Cochran and finds Puckett. Here comes Cookie.
Sees the open lane.
Steps through, and that's an easy call for the Stripes.
And Coach Ron over there telling Cookie, who is his daughter, to make sure you jump stop 2 feet. Instead of playing off one, play off two, it's a little safer bet. May get fouled there, go back to the line.
A prime example of cart before the horse. It's easy to get those feet too excited, and as a result, we see the walk. Hickman County forces a takeaway.
And I'll give Cookie Puckett a little relief there. When you're moving that fast down the floor, it's kind of hard to jump stop.
Driving in is Smith. Oh, a nice play right there by Meyer to keep her from getting the shot off or to drive any further, and that results in East possession. Zimmerman, one-on-one, a lot of contact, no call. Now the call is, another call is made. It was before the shot, they say, so it will be on the floor. The shot will not count.
You know, and even though the shot didn't count, that's a great job of, you know, like I just said, jump stopping, throwing the head fake, getting the contact, and finishing through it.
So the Eagles will stay in possession. The foul was called on Chloe Cochran. That's her second of the game.
A little substitution for the Lady Dogs.
Inbounded up top. That's Hill. Hands over to Tidwell. Tidwell goes right. Some nice moves there. Back up top to Zimmerman. High floater inside. Goes up for the shot. Won't go. Contact and a foul.
I think the foul was called, but that's some great defense by Nova Smith against the, you know, bigger guard, and able to just hands up, wall up, you know, got unlucky there, got the foul, but great defense in my opinion.
And Cassidy Myers' first free throw is no good. Meyer was the girl that got East Hickman on the board in the first quarter with a three-pointer. Hasn't found the scoring column since until that free throw. Puckett tries to force a pass into a window that was not open. East on the drive. Nice stop there. Kicks it back out. Open three.
And that's a great find, great play by Lady Eagles out there. Great defense by Puckett.
They're going to slow things down and reset. And a timeout is called by Coach Puckett.
And Josh, one thing I've noticed in these Lady Dogs defense, in this zone, the 2-2-1 back into the 2-3, they're doing a great job at trapping the ball. And I think that's forcing a lot of turnovers. You know, not necessarily just in the corner, but on the pickup when, you know, the ball's put down and then picked up. Lady Eagles are doing a good job of sending two defenders their way and trapping and making the passes even harder.
So during this timeout break, Brody, this third quarter, I mean, other than the three Cookie Puckett free throws, it's been all East Hickman. We saw the Tidwell three, the Meyer free throw, and the Lambert two-point bucket in this quarter alone. East scoring 6 points rather, in this third quarter, which almost gets into their point total for the first half combined. So it looks like whatever halftime adjustments were made by Coach Mooney in the locker room have served them well so far. We got ourselves a dogfight here in J.E. Cisco because of the adjustments that East Hickman has made.
And I think that's just a great example of, you know, good coaching. You know, seeing what needed to happen, made adjustments, and the numbers show that those adjustments are working.
It's Smith up top, guarded by Zimmerman. Hands it back out to Cochran. Cochran wants to drive. Nice step through. Shot off the mark.
That's a great take there by Chloe Cochran, getting your eyes up, making the small Euro step to get into opening the lane, you know, get fouled, get to the line.
So Cochran at the line to shoot two. The first one off the back of the rim. No good. A line drive shot.
And Josh, I could probably take a good guess at what these girls may be practicing a lot tomorrow in the gym. I think that'd be some free throws.
A second free throw, unlucky, it rims out, tipped out of bounds. And it'll be East Hickman ball. And yeah, Brody, to your point, free throws are a part of the game that can fly under the radar, but they can completely change the momentum around. If you look at the end result, compare the free throws, made the team that made the most is probably the team that wins the game.
Absolutely.
Corner three from East, buckets! East Hickman continues to live by the three-pointer. That's Emmy Blair right there, her second of the game. And a pass sails over the head of a Lady Dog, and it's going to be a turnover back to East Hickman. So these Lady Eagles, Brody, they're starting to pick it up from deep.
And Josh, I mean, not to talk about luck or anything, but some of them are eventually going to start going in. You're going to make a couple.
The ball was lost on the floor.
And also, I think that has a lot to do with playing. And I mean, the floor is the same size, the three-point line's the same distance, but this is a completely different gym, a little bigger than what these girls are used to playing in.
Another corner, it's Fuller. Wants to drive on the baseline. Swings
That's a great
out.
find there by Chloe Fuller.
From three, short, off the rim. He's trying to save it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dogs. So a good look there from Nova Smith. You have 28 seconds to play in the third quarter. 18-16, Eagles out front. Smith gives Fuller from three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Dogs. The ball goes up and a foul. And we'll see two free throws. Adelie Webb, who scored back in the first quarter, hasn't gotten a bucket since, but a chance for some big-time points here. And Webb can't get the free throw. And this one kicks high off the rim and falls in. The Lady Dogs only with 4 points in this third quarter, all of which via the free throw, and a timeout is called by East Hickman.
And Josh, this is, I mean, the score is 17-18, Lady Eagles up, but as close as this game has been since halftime, I think free throws may make a difference in this game more than we think. You know, get deeper in the fourth quarter, I think if either team can start making some free throws, that can put them up by a lot in this game.
.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Obviously, it's the goal of any team to be able to take that final shot of the quarter to take some momentum with you into the next. And the Lady Bulldogs are in dire need of some momentum here. They haven't had a whole lot in this second half. And it will be East in possession. Tidwell at the right wing, now goes left, guarded by Smith. Nice little move there, drives in, goes for the mid-range. She's fouled, and will shoot two.
And compliment Smith here, I mean, not sure what grade she's in, but I mean, to handle the ball the level she's handling it right now as a middle schooler is very impressive.
And the first free throw is good from Tidwell.
That gives the Lady Eagles a 2-point lead on the Bulldogs.
Misses the second, rebounded by Fuller. Tries to escape, but time will expire in the third. Your score with 1 quarter remaining. East Hickman 19, Hickman County 17. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back for the final few minutes of the contest.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut, of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald family, Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
We've got 6 minutes left to decide a winner from J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium. The Hickman County Middle School Lady Dogs hosting the East Hickman Middle School Lady Eagles. Eagles lead by 2. Dogs in possession. Puckett goes right. Might want to go all the way and does. Rolls off the rim, no good, and here come the Eagles. Down the floor, Lambert gives back over to Meyer. Up top is Tidwell's left corner. 3 is up, no good. That would have been a huge 3 given Hickman County's inability to score in this second half.
That's a great job by Cookie Puckett going there to meet the ball. You know, if she doesn't meet the ball there, that might be a Lady Eagles ball.
It goes out of bounds. The officials say East Hickman ball, and it looks like a Lady Eagle might be shaken up on the floor. And the officials calling for the coaches. She's clutching at her face, I believe, maybe inadvertently caught maybe an elbow or some form of contact. And Brody, as you know, any hit to the face doesn't take a whole lot to jar you on the floor.
Absolutely, a hit to the face and the neck area is, I think I'd rather take one anywhere else but there.
So up top, it's Bella Moss. Some of her first minutes of the game. Left wing, 3, on the money. Delaney Hill, her second 3 of the game. Widens it to a 5-point ball game. Webb gives out. Cochran. Fuller tries to go right. Well defended by Meyer. Now Zimmerman matched up with Cochran. Fuller head fakes, drives, high off the glass, no good. Pierced the board. Here comes East. In the paint, one-on-one. Shot is no good, knocked loose by Fuller. On the floor.
And a great job, great effort by Lady Eagles getting on the floor there to, get the ball back, or attempt to.
Bit of a delayed call there on the jump ball. I believe Coach Mooney over there was calling for the timeout. Didn't get it. But East does keep possession. And that'll be an offensive foul called against East Hickman. An illegal screen, I believe.
I do believe it'd be an illegal screen. And it looks like Cookie Puckett may have a little bit of a limp after that one. Probably took, knee to knee or, a little bit of contact to the leg there.
So 4 minutes and some change left in the game. Lady Dogs trail by 5. The Eagles looking to seal one here, and a timeout is called by Ron Puckett, avoiding that 10-second call, which looked like was coming, given the trap right there from the Eagles.
And that's a great timeout there by Coach Puckett, seeing that his Lady Dogs may have a little bit of trouble getting it across the midline there, and calling a timeout, give them the ball back on the sideline, and give him the ability to adjust some things and figure some things out.
And timeouts at this juncture are so important because you got to make whatever adjustments you can. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to do it. 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
Absolutely, and I think there's, a lot of people think timeouts are just used as, a little bit of rest time. But you know, they can make a big difference in a game. Calling timeout at the right time and addressing the right things when needed can change a basketball game.
Here comes Hickman County. Webb driving, has her shot blocked, and Puckett tries to secure it, but a jump ball is called. I don't believe Coach Puckett liked that one. He immediately was asking the refs some questions, I believe, down there, pleading his case. Goes out to Fuller. Fuller drives all the way off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Zimmerman. The Eagles down the floor. Easy two.
That's a great job getting your eyes up, seeing the floor, making the right pass, and getting the easy layup.
Hickman County down 7. Needs something fast. Nice move by Puckett. All the way, floats it in. Doesn't fall, but it's tipped out to Smith, and Smith is fouled.
Great job by Nova Smith there, getting the rebound and immediately going right back up for the foul. And it looks like it was on the floor.
So it was not a shooting foul. Hickman goes up off the glass. No good. And looking for help. Everybody kind of abandoned her there.
And right there, the Lady Dogs have to see that and get to the ball, apply some pressure, and also keep their man from, getting to the ball and giving her the ability to get rid of it.
Hickman County down the floor now. Over to Stapler. The corner, it's Fuller. Dribbles in, lost it, but she is fouled. And it's taken away. Zimmerman jumps in the passing lane. Smith won't catch her, and that's an easy layup. And that was Madison Zimmerman's first bucket of the night. And the Eagles are trying to pull away with 2.5.
Seeing that pass, making the read, and getting in the passing lane for an easy layup.
Nice pass by Puckett off the glass, and finally some points for Hickman County.
Great job, Tookie Puckett, getting her eyes up, seeing the open man, Chloe Cochran, down there, and getting her the ball for a layup. Bring the score to
the Bulldogs need more of that.
Lady Eagles lead by 7.
That timeout is called on the floor by East Hickman. So Brody, right now Hickman County trails by 7. In a game that's gone like this one has, 7 points feels like 70. So what does Hickman County need to do to chain some offense together to get back into this one?
Obviously, I think one that sticks out the most to me is the free throws. And I know that's easier said than done, but if Hickman County makes a few more free throws, it's a different ball game. And I think there's some situations where the Lady Dogs could, try a 3. They've had some open looks, and you can tell they like to get inside. And I like that about them, but with a 7-point lead in this high intensity and physicality of a game, maybe a 3 look isn't a bad idea.
But all credit here to East Hickman. They've been playing with a whole new energy in this second half. They look like a different ball team altogether, really. Credit to the coaching and the talent on that East Hickman side, and a foul is called against the Lady Dogs. 2:05 to go. Some substitutions now. Adelie Webb back in the game. Subbing in for Dixie Broyles. Swings it left. East Hickman driving, stepping through, kicks it out. And a foul is called against Hickman County.
The foul's called before, but that's a great job of, getting inside and kicking out for the 3. which is, what has changed the game for this Lady Eagles outside of, fast break points.
Passes out beyond the arc. Nice move, dribbles in, puts up a miracle shot, no good. Here comes Fuller. Nice step through, all the way, won't go. Put back won't go. Again, a shot won't go, but this one comes with a foul. That'll send Chloe Cochran to the line, and Brody, it goes back to what you were saying earlier. This is Hickman County's chance to get back in the game, and it starts with free throws.
Absolutely, and I think it's a great opportunity for them, get the score back up, to around a 2-possession ball game.
First one is no good. And the foul was called on Zimmerman of East Hickman. That is her 4th foul, and she'll be subbing out. And Cochran gets the second free throw. Six-point ball game. Hickman, of course, bringing that press. Trying to get a quick turnover and some quick points. Trying to get around and does. There goes Meyer. Pass almost taken away by Puckett, but a 2 off the glass. Emmy Blair.
And Josh, I think these Lady
points.
Eagles' ability to, move the ball and hit the open man and make the right pass, not just any pass, the right pass has, been huge in this game for them.
So, Brody, if this game gets any later, you got to think Hickman County might have to mix in some 3-point balls here and there.
I would not surprise me if there wasn't a play drawn up by Coach Puckett here in the next little bit that involves a 3 from Cookie Puckett. Possibly Nova Smith.
Chloe Fuller knocks down her first and gets the second.
And that right there is, those are 2 big free throws. And, it doesn't look like much, but those are very important.
And East not done scoring, forget melting the clock. But they give Hickman County the ball back without wasting much time. Webb looking for help. Looks for Puckett behind her. Taken away by East. Pass, open look,
find.
Nice defensive play to rip
Great
it out.
rebound. Way to get on the
Hickman's
ball.
got it.
Oh,
No,
also
East has
skip.
it back. Reverse layup won't go. And Puckett's got the ball. 50 seconds. Being double teamed, met quickly, has it knocked loose, but she's fouled. And that'll send Puckett to the line to shoot 2, given the fact that East has 5 team fouls.
Hey, Josh, these 2 free throws right here are huge. I think if Cookie Puckett can knock down both these free throws, this will put them in a lot better place to make a comeback on this game. And number 22 for the Lady Dogs with 5 fouls. She is out of the game.
And the first one rims out, no good. Number 22, Aubrey Lambert, was the one to foul out for the Eagles. And Puckett goes 0 for 2. Rebound, put back. She finds it.
Josh, that right there is a great job by Chloe Fuller. She struggled from inside this game. I think got fouled a lot, went to the line, but continuing to get the ball and go back up, especially right then in that moment, was huge.
And Fuller probably had the most pure-looking free throws we've seen from either side this game. And that putback 2 right there was critical. Got a 4-point ball game. East Hickman looking to hold on, leading 28-24 over the Dogs with 44 seconds left to play. But 44 seconds, down 2 scores, plenty of time. And I'm going to be looking at East Hickman's game plan as well. We saw last time they pushed it down the floor, they weren't content just doing passes back and forth near the logo to bleed clock. They were trying to get points. They were trying to put the nail in the coffin, but it's a risk you take because you might turn the ball over and give Hickman County more time to work with.
And Josh, it wouldn't surprise me right here if, Coach Looney didn't tell her girls, let's get a quick bucket and then next offensive possession, let's kind of burn the clock.
They got inbound at first. Puckett rips it away. A desperation shot. Fuller tries to put back, and she's fouled.
And from this game tonight, that's who you won't go into the line right now is Chloe Fuller.
And we cannot speak high enough on Cookie Puckett's defense. She's been rebounding better than anybody on the floor tonight, and they're forcing a critical turnover. Now, I'm sure Coach Puckett would have liked her to try to set up a clean look there, but it works out in the Dogs' favor. Fuller knocks down the first free throw.
And to talk about, Cookie Puckett's ability, court awareness, see Nova Smith lined up in the free throw line in the lane with two bigger girls. And making the adjustment to get in there and, give them a little bit harder. And it looked like Cookie Puckett got a hand on it right there, but, still the Lady Eagles ball.
And the Bulldogs thought they had it. Inbounded, fouled quickly.
Yeah, good
now,
foul
Brody. Hickman County has some fouls to give here. One more now. No, that was the last foul they could give without shots.
And, that was the last foul you had to give up, so now you got to make a play on the ball. They get the ball, slap up, try to get it, knock it away, and there's a great press break right there from the Lady Eagles.
And here comes East. And a foul is called against the Lady Dogs. And that's 5 team fouls for Hickman, so that means free throws for the Eagles. Now we've seen how free throws have gotten Hickman County back into this game. Can free throws be what wins it for East? It's Evans Hidwell to the line. Some of the biggest free throws of the game. Needs at least one. And she's got one.
And like we said earlier, Josh, with that, with the amount of free throws that were called early, that if they were continued to be called like that free throws could be, what makes a difference in this game, and it has.
To make it a 2-score game, Hickman County's getting loud, and she sinks it. It's 2 scores.
And we got a lane violation on the shooter.
No, it's waved off due to a lane violation. So it's going to stay a 1-possession ball game.
I think we may see the 3 from Cookie
Here
Puckett
come
here
the
in a
Dogs,
second.
forcing a pass, caught by Cochran. Looking for Puckett from 3. Missed. Rebound, put back by Webb, rolls out. Another put back, and Cochran is fouled, almost an and 1.
And Josh, just a little more power behind that way up, and this could be a lot different game, tied up.
But now if you're Cochran, you've got to silence that noise, calm the nerves.
And she's an 8th grader, so she's been in situations like this, but, no matter how long or how many times you've been in this situation, free throws at this moment with this score, this time, and this in front of this crowd it's a lot to rattle you.
Free throw number 1 is no good. A big one right here. This one no good. It's a fight. Whose ball?
And it stays as Hickman County's ball.
It is Bulldog basketball. But now with 17 seconds, might got to rely on a 3-ball here. Timeout, Coach Puckett.
With the timeout at the right time. Got the clipboard out. We're 17.9 seconds. May see a little bit of a 3 here. So a 3 or a quick 2.
And right now, Brody, you got to think that ball is going to either Chloe Fuller or it's going to Cookie Puckett. That's what Coach Ron Puckett's trying to scheme up right here. But on the other side, Coach Elizabeth Looney, you got to have your best defensive play call right here.
Absolutely, and I think I think if you see a 3 from the Lady Dogs here on a miss or a make, on a miss, you're probably going to see a quick foul. On a make, you're probably going to see a full court man. So East has got to be ready for that either way.
It's step one. Hickman County has to get the ball inbounds first. East Hickman has played a very aggressive, very potent defense here so far.
What a great play.
And a pass is no good. Fuller has to get it out. It's tipped. East has it with 10 seconds. Tipped. Puckett rips it away. No good. And I believe she's fouled. That was a lot that just happened, Brody. I don't know what the final decision was. I think it might have been a foul against East.
I think that is correct. And this is a rough situation to be in. You make them both, you're still down by 1. Make
Brody,
one.
Right here, if she makes both of these, she got the first. If she makes both of these, then as soon as East passes it in, they can foul. And even if East makes both free throws, you're only down 1 possession with probably a second to go.
Absolutely. Oh, we got a miss on the rebound. Foul. Looks to be a foul, but no call. No, the clock has not started.
Wait.
The clock never started.
So it seems like some technical difficulties there, Brody. And those fans in blue are not happy.
And they have the right to do so. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, especially at the scores table, not just in the game. But, that's the moment where this clock has got to start. And the referees have a tough decision to make here on what to do.
I mean, reasonably, Brody, the game's over. There was no foul called, and the officials will say that's it.
And Hickman County is not going to like that one, Josh. But in my opinion, outside of giving it to the possession arrow, I think that may be the right call.
Oh, I think it is. And, of course, Hickman County, the fans aren't going to want to hear that. But now I am curious. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. It looked like Hickman County was trying desperately to get a foul going. And, man, these fans are letting them hear. I think both sides.
And Josh, it looks like the referee called the game, and I'm not sure what the ruling is on if they can bring that back. But, I'm not sure about that one. Never really seen this.
Brody, it wouldn't be a Hickman County East game without some kind of controversy, without some kind of craziness going on.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's just the best part of the game, is the little stuff, the stuff that makes it fun.
And we see the police officers down there now trying to contain any kind of angry fans. And Brody, to your point earlier, people do make mistakes. The clock still says 1.3, but down there, all those people that are at the scores table are all wonderful people. They make mistakes, and they're going to keep the game going.
And that's interesting.
Wow.
Not a referee, don't know the rule book that well, but something we haven't seen. I'm interested to see who gets the ball or where they get the ball, actually, with this situation. And if Hickman County wins this game, Josh, there's going to be some uproar.
Brody, I'm wondering, is this scripted? You got to think, this is too perfect. There is not another situation, if you play this game again, that could lead to this, that gets both crowds the loudest they've been all night. If this is the plan from the start to get the fans invested, then it's working pretty well, but I can't imagine it was on purpose.
And Josh, I think if you asked my dad that question, he would 100% tell you it was scripted. East Hickman with the ball.
The officials clarifying something here with the players. Got to catch and foul. And that'll do it. And so it was all a formality. It was going to be hard for Hickman County to get back into this one. But the East Hickman Lady Eagles are able to overcome the controversy. And they walk out of J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium with a 29-27 victory over their crosstown rivals, the Hickman County Middle School Lady Bulldogs.
And Josh, I think, obviously this game's going to hurt for the Lady Dogs and, the middle school fan base and the parents. But I think this is a great learning experience for the Lady Dogs on some different things, point out the free throws. That's the difference in the game. So I think, getting back in the gym, working on some things, and this is a great opportunity for them to, get better at some things and capitalize on the next one.
And looking back at a little recap of this ball game, at the East Hickman side of things, Madison Zimmerman ended with 2 points. Delaney Hill ended with 6. Cassidy Meyer ended with 4. Evane Tidwell, who really was the difference maker at the end of that game, ended with 8. Aubrey Lambert with 2. And Emmy Blair with 8 as well. So Tidwell and Blair, some difference makers, some big-time three-pointers made by those young ladies. And look at the Hickman County side of things. The second half, their scoring mostly came from free throws. We see Adelie Webb ended the day with 3 points. Cookie Puckett ended with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Chloe Fuller, who really picked it up in that second half, ended with 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 points as well. And then Chloe Cochran ended with 6.
And Josh,
so those numbers, not the official stat line, but what we've gathered here.
And Josh, I want to, take just a second to talk about the community, from Hickman and East Hickman here. Both fan bases, the students that have came from the middle school to, watch these two games, they're making sure they get out on the floor, create a tunnel for their teams to run out, and the police officers, the coaches, the principals are doing a great job of making sure they let that happen and let the kids have a good time and remember this.
So that girls' game was absolute madness with a 29-27 win going the way of the East Hickman Lady Eagles. But if you thought that was great, well, we're not done yet. We've got one more game coming your way between the boys, and we see a lot of students on the floor for both sides making the tunnels. The East Hickman boys made their entrance, and now it's time for the Hickman County Bulldogs to make theirs. Tip-off will be in just under 15 minutes. We're going to step away for a few moments, but when we come back, it's the varsity game. Don't go anywhere. And a special thank you to Brody Worley for joining me on commentary tonight. For the second game of the evening, we're going to be joined by Major Walls. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to WNKX. We have returned from our little break, and I think we all needed a breather after the madness that was that girls' game. But we are here inside J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium at Hickman County High School, where we're going to be presenting you with middle school action. Our first game went the way of the middle school Lady Eagles, winning 29-27 in controversial fashion. And right now, here in about 4 minutes' time, we're going to have the boys going toe-to-toe in a game that I'm sure is going to be exciting. Looking at these two teams coming in, the Hickman County Middle School Bulldogs, they are coached by Mason Floyd, and they're undefeated. Looking over at the Eagles side of things, they are coached by Justin Walton, and they have one loss. They are 10-1, that one loss at the hands of these same Bulldogs a few weeks back in a packed house at East Hickman High School. So we're excited for round two of these two powerhouses going head-to-head. I'm Josh Copley, as always, and today I am joined, as I was in the girls' game, I was joined by Brody Worley, but this game I'm joined by Major Qualls. Major, welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, Josh. Just here a little pregame here. We can see I've been to a bunch of high school games, and I have never seen a middle school gym this packed as it is tonight for this game.
It's impressive, and as we saw at the end of the girls' game, I mean, you were sitting right next to me. You know how loud it was. Both sides cheering, both sides booing at different times. I mean, I could barely hear Brody, and he was sitting next to me. It is unbelievable what this community has built and what these two programs have built at the middle school level. And I know you're graduating as a senior this year, but you can be excited for what's to come for the high school program, seeing the talent, seeing the community rally around these middle school guys.
Yes, it's great to see not only two good teams that we'll have here in Hickman County, but it's great to see the student atmosphere that we have. It's great to see all the kids coming out to support the Hickman County Bulldogs and the East Eagles tonight.
Absolutely, and that just goes to show how much this means to all these people here tonight, a bond like no other. It feels like nothing brings the people together quite like school sports, whether it's the high school level, whether it's at the middle school level. And Major, looking at these Hickman County Bulldogs to start, they're undefeated on the year, haven't suffered a loss. So what do you think has gone into their success this year?
I think they have a lot of talent. From what I've seen, they share the ball great. The way that they're coached, the way that they play very calm throughout the games, and I think that is what helps them get a lot of success on the court.
And you mentioned the coaching. Mason Floyd has done such a great job since coming to Hickman County. It seems like basketball just runs in the Floyd family. Of course, he's related to Ava Floyd, the Hickman County High School girls basketball standout, as well as Hickman County High School boys freshman Jack Floyd, related to him. So really it's the basketball family, and we're seeing that on display here at the middle school level as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how disciplined these Bulldogs are. But then we look over to the other side, to the blue and black, to the East Hickman Eagles. Now these guys, 10-1, might not be undefeated, but they're no slouch either. I think this is going to be a tough, hard contest, and you know, not only is it a battle between two talented teams, it's a battle between two talented rivals. And rivalry games really make the sport more interesting. Anytime, you know, two teams are facing off who don't like each other, you can't help but watch. You want to tune in because you never know what'll happen next. And just because Hickman County beat East Hickman last time doesn't mean the same outcome will happen tonight. East Hickman's going to be looking for revenge, and there's no better revenge than beating your rival in front of their hometown crowd.
That's right, and I think Hickman County here needs to come out with some fire, because if they come out too dull, their rivals East will want to beat them. And I think that's what they need to feed off of tonight to find success.
Absolutely, but of course we can talk all we want, but only time will tell on who will be taking home the victory. So Major, I was telling Brody before the girls game kicked off when they were making their entrances, we see the glow sticks, it's dark, there's a lot of hype around this game. It feels like they're getting more glamour, there's more of a spectacle here than what you guys get sometimes, the high school level.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but I love to see it, man. There's no shame in it. It's just great to see all these kids that they care about their team. They show pride for their school, and it's just great.
And I think what helps this Hickman County team, at least, is their depth. They had a wonderful 5th grade class last year that are 6th graders this year. We know Matthew Dotson led a 5th grade team spearheaded by a lot of the guys we see on this roster. Guys like Bruin Dotson, guys like Bryson Chesser. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those guys here tonight making a difference. But we are about ready to tip things off here from J.E. Cisco. And we are underway, tipped to Bruin Dotson. Dotson goes left, floats it. Jump stop. Tries to find a Wilkerson, but it's taken away. It's East down the floor in a hurry. Liam Chilton with the hands up, but it's an early bucket for the Eagles. And we saw a lot of this in the girls' game, Major. A lot of pressing, a lot of aggressive defenses. I think we'll see the same thing here in this boys' game.
Yeah, that is something definitely that you cannot sleep on. The Eagles have been very, very attacking these last 2 games.
And Chilton left side, looking to get trapped, but Dotson he finds. Looks for Wilkerson in the paint. Nice save to Chilton. Dishes underneath off the glass. That's a 2-point bucket. Lucas McMurray. Now the Eagles trying to get something going. Corner 3. No good, rims out. In the paint now. Driving, lost his footing. And it's going to go Hickman County's way. Number 50, Weston Gobble, certainly somebody to look out for on the east side. He brings size to this game that Hickman County, frankly, can't match. He is tall. He won the tip with ease to start the game, and he's going to be a force in the paint. I am certain of it.
You're right. He easily is very much taller than any Hickman County player that is on the floor right now.
At the right wing, now the corner. McMurray, Wilkerson underneath, off the glass. There's a 2-point bucket.
That right there is what keeps Hickman County in the game right there. We see that they can give post feeds and feed off of that.
Wilkerson, of course, such an athlete. Was a human highlight reel during football season. Now looking to do more of the same on the basketball court. Gobble underneath, off the glass. The 2 rolls out, gets his own rebound, and gets the putback. And that is going to be hard for Hickman County to stop tonight. Down the floor, Larson Beard gives McMurray, and Gobble with a block. Offense, defense, doesn't matter. He is making his presence felt on both ends. Chilton to throw it in. Of course, Chilton to Dotson for 3. No good. Rebounded by Chilton, though. 3 put up by Beard. Short. And this time, East Hickman secures the board. So, Major, we see Liam Chilton, pretty similar story to yours, making his return to Hickman County after being away.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that, as you can see, he's fitting great.
A step-through shot attempt there, no good. Another corner 3, wide open look, off the mark. But gets his own rebound, does Hunter Phillips. Gives the corner. Stiles stepping through, driving, and that's a walk.
Number 1, he has some great footwork, but we can see that he took 1-2 extra steps right there, but he has great footwork.
The pass to Larson Beard in traffic, a lot of contact, and that'll be a foul drawn there, called against the Eagles. 3:32 to play. We're tied at 4. Liam Chilton up the floor now. Goes to the corner for Dotson, taken away. Looked like his foot was on the sideline. Yes, it was. Almost a phenomenal defensive play. That was number 30, G. Lampley right there. Chilton goes to the corner for Dotson. Back to Chilton. Across the way to Beard. Steps through. And there's just too many Eagles right there, including Gobble. Larson Beard, who probably gave up a foot in height to the man guarding him right there. Didn't have many options. Now East down the floor in a hurry. That's Phillips in the corner, floats it. Now back to Gobble. A nice block by Beard, but it doesn't matter as he gets the putback.
That was pretty impressive. Although he made it, the shortest man on the Hickman County Bulldogs basketball team happened to block the tallest player on the floor.
Wilkerson, nice bounce pass to McMurray. Couldn't handle it. Gets to the corner. Dotson from three. Splash down, Bruin Dotson.
What a shot from Bruin. Like I said, we can see that this Bulldog offense has no problem sharing the ball.
And the hops of Wilkerson deny the pass to Gobble. Here comes Liam Chilton, lost it, but Wilkerson corrals it. To the corner, it's Beard, baseline, lost a handle of it, and it's a turnover. And here comes East, left-handed dime, a reverse layup won't go. McMurray with the board. Dotson, pass to Beard, back to Chilton, pump fakes, in the paint, mid-range floaters, well short. Picked up by East, again they're pushing it down the floor in a hurry. Might have led him too far, tries to save it, but it goes right to the hands of Chilton. Now Chilton uncorks, Beard, and look at Aiden Wilkerson, a phenomenal block. And that explains a little bit of how they had that open look right there. Wilkerson was doing a great job of keeping his body in front of the defender, but a little too much contact. Here come the Eagles, Hickman County pressing. And Wilkerson bats it down and sends it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Eagles. And Wilkerson has been flying around thus far.
They're certainly putting pressure on the defensive side of the ball.
Lampley gives off to Stiles. Stiles goes around Dotson, now guarded by McMurray. Fees to Phillips. Lost a handle of it, tried to regain it, but it results in a walk. And Beard finds Wilkerson. Nice bounce pass, McMurray. McMurray gets the 2 and 1, count it.
That was a great play. Hickman County is doing a great job of maneuvering inside of the paint right now.
And McMurray looks so well-disciplined and well-controlled when he goes up for those layups. He's not wild. He's not throwing the ball up and hoping for a miracle. He is very concise and precise when he goes up for the board. So 1 minute and 30 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Hickman 9, East 6, and McMurray can't cap off the three-point play. Loose ball picked up by Lampley. Now here come the Eagles. Nice pass from 2, blocked by C.J. Toddy. So we have seen plenty of blocks in this game in the first quarter alone, Major, by both teams. Going right, Toddy and Dotson in the corner trapping him. Nice pass, though, to get to Phillips. Phillips, wide open 3. Too strong off the rim, tipped out of bounds by the Eagles, and it'll be Bulldog basketball. The shot was attempted there by Brentley Victor. Subbing out is McMurray. Coming into the game, number 1, Jackson Goodwin. Of course, the brother of your teammate, Major, Carter Goodwin. Both talented basketball players. Pass is tipped, corralled by Toddy. He hits the floor, and a walk is called. And that was a tough spot there for Toddy. Didn't want to surrender the easy turnover, but that would have taken some next level athleticism to not walk right there. Under a minute to play. Stiles, met by Dotson near the logo. Swings it to his left. A whistle blows and a timeout called by Coach Walton of the Eagles. 45.6 seconds left to go in this first quarter. And Major, we've already seen a lot of fireworks. What's impressed you so far in this first quarter?
What's impressing me is the way that the Bulldogs are able to move around in the paint with such a big man in the paint. And on the east side, it's impressing me how they're answering right back with a bucket just as their own.
And of course, if you're East Hickman, you're in a hostile environment. If you get behind the 8 ball early, it's hard to climb back from that. But it's all about staying composed, staying calm, not letting the moment get too big. And East Hickman has done a great job going at pace with Hickman County.
Yeah, I think both teams have shown a great way of ball pressure on the defensive side of the ball.
So the Eagles now. Pass corralled by Phillips. Bounce pass looking for a man. Wilkerson got a hand on it, but it's picked up. Stepping through, long two. Won't go, and Lampley's put back will fall. So a great pass there amidst the chaos. Tipped, and it's going the other way. Lampley on a break. Nobody's going to catch him. An easy two. All of a sudden, East back in the lead. Talon Smith on the floor. He tries a three. Welcome to the game, Talon Smith.
What a shot right there. That was great transition basketball for them to answer with the big three after that bucket.
They try to answer back with a three at the buzzer. Won't go, attempted by Stiles. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Hickman County 12, East Hickman 10. We'll be right back.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald Family. Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back. We are about to be underway with the second quarter here from J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium. It's been a good one so far, back and forth. Teams exchanging buckets. East Hickman with 10, Hickman with 12. Bulldogs with possession. Toddy to Wilkerson. Dotson, another three. Won't go. Nice rebound. Gets it out to Dotson, that corner. Swings it to Smith. Catch release three. High arcing three. It's good. Talon Smith just entered the game and has made 2 threes in the span of 60 seconds of playtime. East driving through. What a move. And gets the shot to fall. Wyatt Stiles, nice little piece of footwork.
Both teams are doing a great job of not getting too rattled and answering with buckets on both sides of the court right now.
And a timeout there. That ball was in a precarious spot. Smith had it in that bottom corner, and Coach Floyd elects to save his man a potential turnover. So out of the timeout, Dotson will inbound in front of the student section. To Chilton. Liam near the logo, going right. Pump fakes a pass, Talon Smith in the corner. To Wilkerson, now to Chilton. Across the way to Dotson. Now Wilkerson in the corner, looking for help. Nice pass to Toddy, steps through. Wide open Talon Smith. He makes them pay. He's on fire.
Man, he is on fire right now. That's his third one in a minute and a half.
Lampley spins through, goes to the corner. Going is Phillips, baseline. won't go. Nice board by Lampley. Putback won't fall. And there's Gobble going up over his own teammate and gets the bucket.
Having a man of that size in this middle school is just not fair sometimes, and you can definitely see it right there.
And Lampley, nice job of jumping the passing lane, but couldn't secure it. Dotson at the wing, goes to Wilkerson. Chilton steps through, back to Dotson, left wing, Smith. Dotson, three, looking like his dad. Bruin Dotson with a three.
The Bulldogs are hot from the perimeter right now, Josh.
And Major, these guys are unbeaten for a reason. It's going to take a lot for East Hickman to knock these guys off. A lot of ball game left, though. At the wing, bounce pass. Gobble couldn't get it, knocked away. And there goes Wilkerson. Lampley in pursuit. Layup, missed it. McMurray put back, good.
That's a great way from him right there to not give up on that ball, always expecting a miss, no matter what the circumstance can be.
23-14. Bulldogs lead. Nice pass, nice catch and shoot from Lampley. Another two-point bucket. Oh, and Smith, nice job concentrating there. Goes McMurray in the corner. He wants to dribble through, step through, layup. It's good.
He has definitely found his way into the paint. He has a great finish.
In the corner. Oh, he lost it, but Phillips picks it up. East hangs with it. Pass, looking for Gobble over his head. And it might be Bulldog ball. It looked like McMurray might have got a hand on it from where we were sitting, but the officials don't see it. It's going to be Bulldog basketball. Chilton over to Dotson. Bounce pass, McMurray to Wilkerson. No, taken away by Lampley. Down the floor in a hurry. Nice pass off the hands of his man. Looking for Brayson Kelly. Now, Major, that pass right there might have gone a little bit behind him.
Yeah, but he definitely had the right idea.
So a break there for the Dogs. Up the floor again. Chilton goes left to Beard. Beard dribbles right now, goes back to Chilton. Now to Dotson from three. He got it again! 9 points in the first half for Bruin Dotson. East looking to respond. The corner. Dunks it off inside. Lampley backing him down. Up. No good.
Great defense
McMurray.
by Liam Chilton right there.
Beard to Dotson. Dotson drives, pump fakes. Back to Beard. Steps through. Layup short. But Wilkerson comes up with it. Tries to put it back. Won't go. And East secures it. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. 28-16, Dogs lead, and we got a timeout called by East. And now, Major, during this timeout, you know East Hickman, Coach Walton's going to want to calm his guys down because right now, the Hickman County Bulldogs are firing on all cylinders. They're rolling right now. What do you think he needs to do to contain Dotson and Smith?
I think right now they need to push out on the perimeter a little bit. But the way that the Hickman County Dogs have been able to get inside and kick back out, I think that's been where their success has been.
And of course, if you're East Hickman, you got to know every time Weston Gobble's on the floor, you got size underneath. There's no reason to worry there. So maybe don't rely on as many guys to crash down, because if you leave Bruin and Talon open like we've seen tonight, they're going to keep knocking them down. And really, it's been a great game plan by Mason Floyd as well, getting those guys open. I mean, it's not like Bruin or Talon are chucking up dumb shots or contested shots. They're being schemed open. Floyd is game planning for those guys to be difference makers, and they're doing just that.
Yeah, you definitely can't leave them open because right now their confidence level is right where it needs to be. They've hit some big threes right now, And if they can keep staying consistent going into halftime with a steady lead, that'll look good for the Hickman County Bulldogs.
And what we're seeing out of Bruin, Dotson, and Talon Smith, almost what we saw on Tuesday against Fairview when you guys were on the road from Tim Puckett and Will McDonald. Those two guys were heating up from beyond the arc, and they seemed unstoppable shooting threes. East drives. There's a two-point bucket. Wyatt Stiles, his second of the quarter. Chilton across the way, Beard. Back to Chilton. Now Wilkerson being swarmed, looking for help. Goes back to Beard. Beard dribbles inside, takes a little floater, no good, but he's fouled and will shoot two. Major, would it be a fair assessment to say that Larson Beard kind of reminds me a little bit of Braden Brown? And in a way that he's undersized, but he uses his size to his advantage. He uses his athleticism to his advantage to take shots that other guys his size wouldn't be able to find.
That's right. He's so quick on his feet, and he never gives up on a play. That's what he's going to have to do to find success with being so undersized like he is.
Beard knocks down his first free throw, and the story of the girls' game that we saw a little bit ago was free throws. Started off really cold. Neither side can afford to make a free throw. They couldn't buy one. Then towards the end, we saw it get a little bit better, but so far, free throws looking pretty good. Beard bounce past to Dotson off the turnover, can't get it to fall, and there's Lampley on the board. Gives to Stiles, down the floor in a hurry. Long two, short, rebounded by Chilton, attempted there by Brayson Kelly. Under a minute to go, 45 seconds. Chilton, tough shot, no good, maybe forced it there when it wasn't there. And down the floor, Kelly, guarded by Beard, steps through off the front of the rim. Nice putback attempt there, but it won't go. Attempted by Lampley. Beard, left side, steps through, off the glass, won't go. Back to the Eagles, under 30 seconds.
Both teams going all out right now. Bang!
And Stiles buries the three when they needed it most. Dotson.
Both teams right here giving it all they got before halftime.
Beard lost it and has it ripped away. And the clock will stop at 2.1 seconds. It'll stay with the Dogs. And again, our crew tonight is student-led. Our producer, Brody Worley, who was my commentary assistant last game and also on camera, Aiden Weber. Joining me on commentary, though, for the boys' game is Major Qualls. Beard, left wing, no time. So no points there for the Dogs to end the first half, but all in all, it was a good-looking first couple of quarters for the white, black, and red. East Hickman needs to make some adjustments at the half. Right now they trail by 9, 21-30. 2 more quarters of ball left when we come back on WNKX.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald Family. Heritage Bank and Trust and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
Welcome back to WNKX, your home for Hickman County sports. And tonight we've been the host for some middle school basketball action in the crosstown rivalry between the East Hickman Eagles and the Hickman County Bulldogs. I'm Josh Copley, joined in this game by Major Qualls, a senior at Hickman County High School. On camera, we've got Aiden Weber, and producing is Brody Worley. So, Major, let's talk a little bit about what we saw in the first half. We're about 2 minutes and some change away from resuming the action, but Hickman County leads 30-21. And it's certainly been off the back of a few guys draining threes, getting hot at the right time. Bruin Dotson has 9 points, 3 3-pointers. Talon Smith, 9 points, 3 3-pointers. Aiden Wilkerson had a 2-point bucket. Larson Beard had a couple of free throws. And Lucas McMurray really has looked really good in the paint, securing layups, securing putbacks, finishing at the board. He's got 8 points so far, all via the 2-point ball. So Hickman County's offense has looked pretty good so far.
Yes, Josh, I agree with you on that. The way that Hickman County has been able to move the ball inside and out has created much success, but they can't settle for that right now because the way that the East Hickman Eagles have responded to that, coming back with fire, every chance they could get a bucket, they were running the floor. I think that this game is not over, even though the Hickman County Bulldogs still have a comfortable lead going into the second half of this game.
Well, I want to look at the east side for a second. Now, they had some guys that were making plays. G. Lampley's got 8 points tonight, but his scoring isn't really what caught my eye about his gameplay. I mean, he's out there jumping into passing lanes. He's flying over the floor, going up for rebounds, forcing turnovers. I mean, he's been that guy on both sides of the floor. Then we have Weston Gobble, who's been a beast in the paint on both ends, offensively and defensively. Only has 6 points tonight, but I'm sure it's going to pick up here in the second half, I have no doubt. But their second leading scorer is Wyatt Stiles. He's got 7 points, but we saw Major, when he was driving into the paint, he had some phenomenal footwork, wefting and weaving through traffic, unlike anybody we've seen in this game so far.
Yes, Josh. The way that he's been able to move in and out of the paint, down the floor, has been great. The way that Lampley has been able to jump inside the passing lanes, he's got great size to him. And obviously the paint beast that they got down there that is well bigger than anybody on the Hickman County Bulldogs has been able to get some putbacks. And I think if the Eagles figure out how to utilize him in the paint, it'll be a problem for the Hickman County Bulldogs.
So it's all about what adjustments were made at the half. Which coach was more well prepared? Which coach brought the energy? Which coach will lead his guys to victory? Will it be Coach Walton or Coach Floyd? Time will tell, as we are about to be underway with our third quarter of play inside J.E. Siska Memorial Gymnasium. We appreciate you all for tuning in tonight for our first broadcast of middle school hoops. Being able to utilize these fancy new cameras that the Hickman County High School provided us with, we're so thankful. And East Hickman getting it started quickly. Wyatt Stiles, we called his name, and there he is again. His first three of the night, or second three of the night rather. He's trying to get momentum. McMurray off the glass again, showing his dominance inside. Down the floor, Stiles, right side, being double teamed, trying to get through traffic, lost his footing, no call. Chilton to Beard, off the glass, won't go, but Wilkerson gets the board, putback won't go. Tipped out, he's got it, steps through to McMurray, outside, Dotson from three, bang! My word, Bruin Dotson, have yourself a game.
The way that the Hickman County Bulldogs can move inside to outside right now has created so much success right now, Josh.
It's incredible watching these guys move up and down the floor, and there's some talking going on near the logo at midcourt. Wondering what happened there. And Eagles will inbound. With over 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. A minute has elapsed. From Stiles, crossing the logo, met by Dotson. Goes left. Floating it inside to Gobble. Says, give me that, but he lost it. Beard picks up the loose ball, now to McMurray. Back to Chilton. Over to Beard. Pump fakes, looking for help. Finds Liam. Wilkerson steps through. Oh, and the shot falls well short. Looked like Wilkerson was trying to draw a foul there, Major. Just not a great shot there.
Yeah, there's a little selfish right there. I think he should have kicked it out. How they've been doing.
That'll be a foul called against the Dogs. And it seems like after what transpired in the girls' game, East getting a big win, they're just trying to find something to cheer for, to get on their feet for. They want to see that momentum start to change. And I think it starts with this possession. So it's going back the other way. It looked like he called a walk there, Major.
Yeah, I think that's what he called.
It's rare we see a walk called that quickly out of the inbound. Beard goes to Chilton. Goes across way to Beard, but Lampley jumps into the lane again. One-on-one. Misses the layup. And McMurray with the board. Down goes Beard. Stepping through and has his shot denied. Hickman County swarming, trying to force the jump ball.
There's a lot of contact on that.
Brentley Victory there, number 3, was fighting for his life, trying to keep the ball away from 3 Bulldogs. But the jump ball favors Hickman County. Of course, the Dogs wearing the white jerseys, red lettering. Eagles wearing black with blue lettering. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Beard goes up top to Chilton. Now Dotson.
The Eagles in a very familiar defense to us, a 1-3-1 right now. Jumping in those passing lanes, helping Lampley get the ball and clear out just as he's done.
And underneath, Gobble just said, give me that. Now his guys are back on the attack. Into the corner. From 3, it's Phillips fires, comes up short. Rebounded by Chilton. Now Hickman moving with some urgency. Now to Wilkerson. Spins through traffic. Nice move. Can't finish it though. And East again with a board. From Styles. And it's ripped away. And a foul is called on Chilton. Much to the chagrin of the Hickman County fan base. That'll send Wyatt Styles to the line. He's got the first. Honestly, Major, we've seen while both defenses are playing aggressive, they have also been able to be very disciplined as well. Not a lot of fouls. So if Hickman County does have 3 in this third quarter as a team, but overall, I think both defenses are liking what they're seeing.
I agree with you, Josh. Let's take a second and talk about Lim Chilton coming from Williamson County. I think he's fit in great. He's been a great team player, although he's picked up 2 fouls in the second half so far. The way that he shares the ball with his team, I think is great.
He's certainly been a vital part of this team's success, and you know, a lot of guys, we're looking forward to having him back because much like yourself, he grew up around here. He has friends in Hickman County, so I'm sure he was excited to be back playing with and hanging out with even outside of school. It's the little things like that that can contribute to a team bonding. It can make you even more dangerous if you have that chemistry.
That's right, Josh.
So here we go. The second free throw attempted now from Styles. Made the first. And they brought it back to single digits. East trails by 9. Dotson down the floor. Finds Wilkerson. Driving in. Nice bounce pass to McMurray, but lost it. Wilkerson with the loose ball. Goes for a layup. Nothing going. And Gobble now down the floor. Looking for Styles. Tries to save it and does. Oh, but it goes out of bounds. Almost a great save. But instead it goes back to the Dogs. Chilton back to Dotson. To Wilkerson. No, Lampley knocked it loose. but couldn't corral it. It goes out of bounds off of him.
For the Eagles, Lampley just seems to be everywhere all over the ball on defense.
I'm not sure if I have enough fingers to count how many times he's deflected passes or forced turnovers in this one. He has definitely been the Eagles' most valuable player defensively. Smith from three. Oh my goodness! Anytime the ball leaves his hands, it's gonna find the bottom of the net.
His streak is still continuing. He is now 100% 4 for 4 from the three-point line this game, and an and one.
And Gobble with an and one. They needed that one in the worst way. After the Smith three, now East with a chance at a three-point play of their own. And frankly, Major, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that. Gobble getting fouled going up for twos. Because really, when you have the height differential, really there's no other way to stop him other than to make contact with something other than the ball. So really great discipline by the Dogs here tonight to contain him somewhat.
Yeah, they're playing great on-ball defense, maintaining an arms gap within him. And I really think that's kind of messing him up because I think he's used to getting hit. I think he's used to getting contact, and that's just not what he's getting tonight.
And Hickman County is trying to take away the free stuff. You know, it's like you hear coaches talk about free throws are the points the defense is giving you. So Hickman County trying to avoid any of those freebies here tonight. Trying to make East earn it from beyond the arc and inside the paint. Hickman County leads by 10, 38-28 over their crosstown rival. 2:16 to play in the third quarter. And Major, what me and Brody were talking about earlier, it's amazing how fast these middle school games go by as opposed to high school games.
That's right, they do go by fast, and I think the way that Hickman County and East has played today has been very fast and help keeps the game seem like it's going fast.
So after the break, Gobble now the chance for the three-point play. And misses right. The Dogs get the rebound and a foul called on East Hickman.
East looking to press right here.
Out into a press. Dotson having to show off the handles there to escape the pressure. Smith spins through, looking for Chilton. Gets knocked away, fortunately into the hands of McMurray, but he'll be fouled. No, a jump ball is called, and it goes East Hickman's way. The Eagles there, a nice job to force the jump, gets him the ball back. Phillips at the wing. Finds his man in the paint, driving through, step back two, short, attempted by Stiles. Got his own rebound, but a foul is called, Bulldog possession.
He's still looking to apply some pressure up here on the press.
Chilton down the floor to McMurray, saves it, gets it to Chilton.
What a save.
Back to McMurray, corner, Smith, three, no good. So it looks like he is human after all. There's a missed three from Talon Smith. Thought for a second there he was a robot with nothing but ones and zeros going through his head. Driving through, that's a tough two, attempted, no good. And again, an over the back foul called. And that's where that height can be detrimental. It's easy for officials to pick up those over the backs.
I think one thing for Hickman County being so small that they are inside the paint, it kind of helps them to get those over and back calls with such a big post player like the Eagles have.
That's two on Gobble. Under 90 seconds to go in the third. Dogs still lead by 10. Chilton down the floor. Was looking for McMurray, blocked by Stiles. Stiles driving, wants to go all the way. He's fouled, the shot just misses, but he'll shoot two. Stiles was effective from the line his last trip. He's got the first.
We see Chilton coming out. He has 3. They're probably going to try and maintain him for the late in the 4th if needed.
Seeing him and Toddy subbing out as well. Wilkerson and Beard back in the game. And Styles, he has been so effective from the free throw line. He is a perfect 4 for 4.
Eagles trying to show some life right here, cutting it down to 8.
And another defensive stop here. McMurray to Dotson from 3, short. Loose ball, Dotson gets his own rebound somehow, some way. Smith, wide open look. Kicks off the back of the rim. McMurray takes it away, steps through. Can't get it, and there's Lampley on the board. Met by Wilkerson. Crossing to the middle of the court. Gobble on McMurray, misses the 2. Smith tries to rip it from Lampley, but a foul is called on Talon Smith. Almost a fantastic defensive play there, but just a little too much contact in the eye of the official. 31 seconds to go in the third. Lampley misses his first free throw. Has been quiet in this third quarter, no points yet. Looking for his first. No good. McMurray showing off the hops with a nice rebound. Here comes Beard. Goes right. Wants to go himself. Gives off to Wilkerson. Kicks it to Dotson. Now to Smith. Corner 3. No good. So after 4 straight makes, we've seen 3 straight misses from Talon Smith. But statistically, I'm still feeding him if I'm Hickman County.
Yeah, he can definitely get hot just like he was before.
The ball goes out of bounds there on Wilkerson.
They subbed him out. They put Chilton back in the game here with 12 seconds left.
Leading into a more defensive look, trying to prevent some end-of-quarter points. Wilkerson guarding Lampley, and Lampley lost it.
Great defense right there, making sure his hands were wide and all the contact was just his body.
Hickman County with 1.1 second to score. Wilkerson lets it fly. No good. It was on the money. Hits off the rim, or so it looked to be on the money. No good, and that brings our third quarter to an end. Your score, Dogs 38, Eagles 30. We'll be right back.
This broadcast of Friday Night Lights on WNKX is brought to you by Ascension St. Thomas Hickman Hospital. MLEC and ML Connect, your trusted source for power and broadband. Pizza Hut of Centerville. McDonald Funeral Home and the McDonald Family. Heritage Bank and Trust, and Three Rivers Community Health Group in Lyles. We appreciate these trusted local businesses for making this broadcast possible. We will return in just a moment.
And welcome back. 6 minutes remain to decide a winner. Will the Bulldogs stay perfect, or will the Eagles spoil the undefeated season? Beard lost it, being trapped in the corner by Lampley, tried to make a play there to get it get out of bounds on East, but it results in easy points for the Eagles. Styles with 2. Eagles pressing.
The Eagles coach turning to the student section, trying to get them hyped up.
Wilkerson, McMurray misses the layup, well contested. Lampley fires down the court. Looking for Styles, but it's out of bounds. No, looking for a victory. Styles was in tow. So a good idea, trying to get some more points, but pass led him a little bit too much. Dogs, we're gonna get some more on the board. McMurray patiently waits, goes up for 2, no good, but he's fouled.
we can see Lucas is very disciplined in the paint. He knows how to go up. He knows the head fake. He's going to be a very good high school player once he gets to high school and develops.
I think that goes for a lot of these guys on this middle school team, and I think a lot of these guys as well that we've seen are young. A lot of room to grow and to develop as players. And the ball's loose. Dotson picks it up. Down the floor. Head fake. Dribbles in. Gives to Chilton. Back to Dotson. Wilkerson now in traffic. Bounce past McMurray. Has it blocked by Lampley. And did they get Lampley with a foul right there?
They sure did. That looked clean. Lampley was all over that ball.
So what looked like an impressive block sends McMurray to the line. Makes the first. With how often Lucas McMurray's been in the paint, I'm surprised this is only his first trip to the free throw line. And he goes 2 for 2. Tipped, turnover. McMurray bounce pass, Dotson from 2. Kicks off the back of the rim, rebounded by Gobble. Oh, and Bruin tried to get in the passing lane there, no avail. Styles down the floor, wants to go coast to coast. Can't cap it off, and Wilkerson comes out with the ball. Down the floor to Dotson, Lampley in pursuit. All over him, and a foul is called.
Great decision, understanding his size. He knew he had to pull out right there, knowing that Lampley is such a good defender tonight so far.
And Dotson is a phenomenal ball player, but if he goes up for 2, it probably doesn't end well for him on that end. So a timeout is called. They'll talk things over. 41-32 your score. 4:34 left to play.
Bruin Dotson's showing some impressive skill while only being a 6th grader. It shows that this Hickman County Bulldog team has a lot of talent for the next few years going forward, whether that be in middle school and or in high school.
You know, Major, I guess it also helps when your dad has played in the March Madness tournament before. Helps to have a coach that's been training you since you were little. I mean, this sport has been Bruin's life, in his short life so far. He's only known basketball, and I mean, it's on display here. He is a phenomenal ball player, and not just with his raw talent, with his IQ. He's a very smart player, as we saw right there, not choosing to go up for a risky 2 points there, but instead backing out and trying to reset and drawing the foul. So he is certainly wise beyond his years as a player, and that goes for a lot of these guys. Looking for somebody, and a timeout is called by Coach Floyd right there. And that was great defense there by East Hickman, not allowing any open passes on the inbound.
Yeah, you're right there, Josh. And it was a great timeout to call it, even though you don't want to waste one with this much time left. And it only being a 9-point game, but sometimes you have to do that.
Well, and right there, you know, if you get the 5-second, you rile up the other team's crowd. They get points, a single-digit game. A lot can swing for you right there if you don't call that one timeout. So it might work out for Hickman County, it might not, but Coach Floyd playing it safe right there, and you can't disagree with the call. But looking at Coach Walton on that far side for East Hickman, they got to understand that it's still a single-digit game. There's 4.5 minutes. That's a lot of time. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. If their playmakers can get hot, if Lampley can start getting them to fall, if Gobble can start taking over offensively and defensively in the paint. But also look to Wyatt Styles. He's been the ball handler. He's been the scorer for these guys thus far.
I'm interested to see what Hickman does right here. They came out of the time in 15 seconds early.
Looking for somebody. It's McMurray off the glass, a tough 2.
And they had a great idea, and it worked perfectly.
The ball's loose on the floor.
Larson on the floor.
Hands to Wilkerson. Dotson in the corner. Now playing a little bit more conservatively. Chilton being trapped. It was Victory and Lampley there. And they'll get East Hickman on another foul. Looked like the East Hickman faithful was wanting a walk right there, but the contact came before. They'll be all on the floor, but East Hickman up to 4 fouls already as a team. Chilton, open three, rims out, put back, no good. McMurray staying with it in the corner, being double teamed. Looking for help, steps through to Wilkerson. Tough two, won't fall. That's a foul, and he'll shoot a pair.
One thing the East does not want to do, they're doing right now, they're putting themselves in foul trouble with 3 minutes left in the game.
And usually, Major, as you know, you want to save those. You want to be able to foul as much as possible to save clock at the end of the game without giving up those free throws. And Hickman County has a lot of good free throw shooters that you don't want to send to the line. And even bigger news after that, number 50, Weston Gobble, has now fouled out with 5 fouls. So that's going to be critical, a big blow to East Hickman in the paint.
That's definitely some shoes that East Hickman cannot fill at this time. With his size, it's just threatening in the paint, and they don't have that right now.
So if they want to make a big-time comeback here, you got to watch Lampley on that defensive side of the ball. He's going to have to be the big playmaker over there. But as we know, it's a team effort at the end of the day. Lampley looking underneath of the paint for his man underneath. It goes out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. Entering the game now, number 23, Ethan Bradford for East Hickman. Lampley in the paint, goes up over a couple of dogs.
Great
and gets the tough
move.
bucket.
He's got great size, and he can maneuver his body very good.
Nice pass to Chilton, well guarded though by East. Back to Beard, to McMurray. Out to Beard, runs into traffic. Oh, and miscommunication right there as that basketball finds the hands of assistant coach Matthew Dotson. Looked like some classic confusion there, Major. Bruin thought Liam had it, Liam thought Bruin had it. Ultimately, nobody had it, but now the Eagles do. 3:17 to play. East trails by 11. They got to get some quick buckets. Phillips goes right to the corner. Baseline, driving, mid-range two, short, tipped. Right to the hands of Bruin Dotson.
Great play by Lim right there, getting it and getting it out right there.
The pass is tipped by who else than Lampley. A lot of contact underneath. That'll be another foul, and given the 5 team fouls on East, that'll send him to the line. It'll be Larson Beard taking the shots. And now Major, that's 4 fouls on Lampley, who's been their best defender so far tonight. And if they lose him, it's looking bleak for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to go shallow for him. Although Lampley is very aggressive, sometimes I can get him in trouble, getting a little handsy on people trying to go after the ball.
And Beard can't get either free throw to fall. East now. Right side at Styles. Moving over to Phillips, a little bit behind him. Nice catch. Lampley underneath, hands. Phillips from 3. Need this one. Short. No good. Rebounded by Styles. Steps through. Tough shot. No good. Right into the hands of McMurray. And a technical is called.
I don't know if I agree with that, Josh. He was trying to call a timeout. That was a quick to pull right there on the refs.
Yeah, I'm with you, Major. I didn't really see anything that really warranted a technical right there. He just wanted a timeout. You know, what the referees can interpret as being, a little bit aggressive or, being antagonistic. I mean, it's loud in here. You have to raise your voice to get those timeouts called to make sure they hear you. We've seen several times at the high school level just this season alone. I think back to one of the girls' games. Coach Gordon was wanting a timeout over and over, but he couldn't get it because they couldn't hear him. So right there, Coach Walton had to be loud to make sure his timeout was heard, but it results in a technical.
I think that was a little quick to fire right there, but this Hickman County crowd is letting him hear it. They are not going to let East go unanswered here.
And Major, what I'm looking at right now, Hickman County 0 team fouls this quarter. But they've still been playing phenomenal defense. They haven't surrendered many points at all. But even so, they're backing up. They understand time is on their side. The scoreboard is on their side. Not trying to do too much to give them a way back into the game.
You're right. They're giving a great one-arm gap. They're making sure that the drive is cut off. They're not putting too much hands on the ball. And they got the technical call right there. Bruin Dotson knocks down his first free throw. Knocks down his second despite the crowd noise. And the Bulldogs will get the ball back here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game.
And that just shows the trust this Hickman County coaching staff has in Bruin. Only a sixth grader taking technical free throws. A testament to his skill and maturity. Chilton to the corner, it's Dotson. Now Beard. Looking for somebody, guarded well. And Beard goes down, but I'm going to give a lot of credit right there to Stiles and Phillips. Good sportsmanship. They know they weren't trying to do anything malicious, not trying to shove him down or anything. Sometimes when you're going back and forth, that can happen, and offering a hand to help him up. You love to see that at the middle school level because it is just a game, right? These guys are human, so it's good to see. Especially rare to see that in a rivalry game like this one. It's almost like we see the opposite of sportsmanship anytime a game like this happens. So,
yeah, we definitely saw that on the high school level last year with McKinnon getting into a little scuffle last year with East Post last year.
Yeah, well, you know how Tyler can be sometimes. He's definitely not standing next to us or anything. So a very extended break here, 47-34. Your score after Dotson made both free throws after the technical.
I'm noticing something. I'm looking behind the bench, and I see big heads of Lim, Chilton, and Bruin Dotson.
Hey, these fans take middle school as seriously as some take high school. And I guarantee there's nothing that these young guys appreciate more than feeling all the support and the love. I mean, it gives them motivation. I mean, it definitely gives them drive to keep going. I mean, there is nothing quite like hitting a big-time three and hearing the roar of the crowd behind you, looking at the crowd and seeing all these guys support you and the love. And the first free throw there by Beard is no good. And the same goes for that East Hickman side. Those young guys, they know every time they're at home or even on the road, their fans are always going to show up and show out. And Beard makes that second free throw.
Hickman County is right where they need to be right now. They're up 14. East has got them in foul trouble. They got 5 fouls right now. So they're in the bonus. If they can just keep calm and playing the game that they've been playing this game, it'll be an easy victory for the Bulldogs.
Well, Wilkerson playing tough defense, and Chilton forced a turnover, but he lost handle of it, and a jump ball. So it'll go back to the Eagles. You see number 15, C.J. Toddy, back in the game. Hickman County with such a deep roster. And it's taken away by Toddy. Oh, he lost it, though, and picked up by Phillips on the breakaway. Now Phillips back the other way. Driving through, wants to take it himself, doesn't get it to fall. McMurray made contact first. Thought we'd see a jump ball, but it's a foul.
Wonder who they'll call this foul on. Will it be on Lampley? Sure did. They called it on Lampley. Lampley's now fouled out of the game.
And C.J. Toddy subbing out for Talon Smith. Or is going to, it looks like. Nothing happened yet. McMurray knocks down the first free throw. You know, Major, we look at the stat sheet. We see all the flashy threes from Bruin and Talon. But Lucas McMurray has been one of the most consistent players on the floor tonight.
He is defensive, offensively, on the board, sharing the ball, being able to keep himself calm even though he has opposed 2 times the size of him, has definitely been a difference maker for them.
And a jump ball. 49-34 your score. Look at Smith, well guarded. Looking for help, dribbles, gives to McMurray. Floater, no good, puts up, it's good.
It's a great putback right there.
Wilkerson with a nice finish there. Jackson Goodwin back on the floor, and a walk is called against the Eagles. So if your score being 51-34, Dogs lead with 50 seconds to go, give or take. Things are looking pretty dire here for East Hickman. You can pretty much assume the Dogs are going to walk out of here with a victory. But you know it's not going to stop the Eagles from playing their absolute hardest until the final buzzer. And what hops there by Wilkerson to come down with it, and a tough 2.
I like that right there. He doesn't care if he has an open bucket. He's still going to score.
And that ball was tipped out of bounds there by Beard.
This Hickman County student section chanting "Start the bus" right now.
I saw a look of surprise there on your face, Major. Did you not think that they'd be that loud, these middle schools?
It is very surprising. And he's going to get him another one, but no good.
I think you spoke a little too soon there, Major. On the drive, and the 2 is good. That was victory with his first bucket of the night. With 2 seconds left, that's gonna do it. Right here in Hickman County High School, the middle school Bulldogs remain perfect. They stay unbeaten on the year with a 53-39 win over their crosstown rival, the East Hickman Middle School Eagles. And the crowd chanting undefeated, and they deserve that chant because what a season it has been for these Hickman County Bulldogs. And nothing should take away from the season that East Hickman's had as well. Only 2 losses on their ledger. Now, those 2 losses happen to come at the hands of these Bulldogs, but otherwise, other than this matchup, those East Hickman Eagles have proven to be a force to be reckoned with, and I think they'll make a lot of noise going forward in this season, as the season does wind to a close. But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you being with us here tonight. One last look over the stat sheet here. Bruin Dotson with a phenomenal performance. 14-point night for that young man. 12 points for Talon Smith. 8 points for Aiden Wilkerson. 3 for Larson Beard. And Lucas McMurray, Major. It's going to take a while to count up his numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So how about that? Not a single three-pointer, but Lucas is the leading scorer for these Hickman County Bulldogs. What did you see from him tonight that you really liked?
I like not only the shots that he took, which were all in the paint, I like the way that he was consistent with what he did. He never got rattled. He always jump stopped in the paint, he always made sure that no one was around him when he shot, and he'd always give a head fake, letting his defenders pass before he would make a shot.
So a phenomenal performance by a few of these dogs. But it takes a team to win a basketball game, as you know, Major. And looking at the east side, sadly for them, not going to walk out of here with a victory, but they still had some good performances as well. We see Wyatt Stiles putting up 14 points, and this man was an offensive weapon tonight. Certainly somebody this team leaned on to get points when they needed them, so props to him with a 14-point night. Brentley Victory there with a late 2-point bucket to get on the score sheet with 2 points. G. Lampley, who was a phenomenal defensive player tonight for East Hickman, jumping into passing lanes. Certainly somebody to look out for as he develops as a player. I think he's going to be a threat at the high school level. Props to him. He still finished with a 10-point night, double digits, even for a guy who is prioritizing defense. And then Weston Gobble, that force underneath, only 8 points. I'm sure if you talked to Coach Walton after the game, he probably hoped for a little bit more scoring from Gobble here tonight, but Hickman County's had a really good game plan. I mean, these two schools know each other very, very well. They know what they bring to the table. So at the end of the day, it's the Bulldogs walking out of here undefeated. And for my broadcast partner, Major Qualls, for our producer, Brody Worley, and for our cameraman, Aiden Weber, I've been Josh Copley here on WNKX. Thank you for joining us for this special presentation of middle school basketball. And we'll see you tomorrow night for our audio-only broadcast as we're going down the road to Ravenwood. The Dogs are on the road, looking to go 2-0 on the week after a big win Tuesday against Fairview. Game time tomorrow, girls at 6, boys following. But until then, we must bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night.